Now, we know from human experience how criminals, potential criminals, approach the commission of a crime. There are 6 steps, generally speaking. The first step is that they can conceive the idea of committing a crime. You oh boy, look at that bank. That looks like easy pickings. Maybe we ought to rob that bank. The second step is to evaluate that idea to determine whether or not there is some chance of success. How would we go about it? What's the best way to rob this bank? Will I rob it alone? Am I a sole potential criminal, a sole actor, or am I going to act in concert with others, perhaps in a conspiracy, which we'll talk about later in the term? Or is there just some accessorial situation here in which I'm going to look for assistance from someone in order to commit this crime? So I will evaluate the idea of committing a crime, and that's the second step. The third step is the full formulation to proceed. This is my arrival at mens rea. I have determined in my head up here, remember the basic formula, actus reus plus mens rea equals a crime. This is when I formed mens rea, a full formulation of my intention to proceed. I'm going to rob that bank. Here's how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it soon. I'm going to do it right away. I'm going to do it at some point in the future, but I'm going to rob that bank. That's the third step. Now, there's a line here because when we step into the fourth step, something else happens. The fourth step involves a physical act, or the actus reus portion of this formula. Now, the fourth act, or the fourth step, I should say, is preparation to commit the crime. Now, if it's a burglary, I would perhaps acquire the tools of burglary, the tools necessary for breaking and entering. If it's an armed robbery, I would obtain a weapon. If it's a homicide, I would determine the method that I wish to use, and I would obtain whatever is necessary in order to commit that homicide. The fifth step is the commencement of the commission of the offense. And that could be something as simple as we're all going to meet at Charlie's and then drive over to the bank. But it's the commencement of the commission of the offense. And the sixth step is the completion of the criminal enterprise, the achievement of the criminal goal. Now, these first 3 stages, conceiving of the idea of committing a crime, evaluation of that idea, in my full formulation that I'm going to proceed, my intention to proceed, those first 3 stages are not punished. Because remember, we do not punish thoughts alone. Mens rea occurs at step 3, that is thoughts alone. But even after mens rea, there's no punishment without actus reus. So we do not punish for thoughts alone. And when we get to the fourth step, this preparation to commit the crime, the acquisition of the instruments of the crime, or whatever it is, that first step towards acting upon my evil intentions, upon my mens rea, that's when we have the beginning of a crime, or the essence of a crime. These 2 things combine at that point. And then it's only a matter of how it plays out.